Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Spacenerd Plays Attack of the B Team. So, shout out to Pungence there on that intro. I've been a busy bee, ladies and gentlemen. We did the witchery, we did my power, and by the title of this episode, I guess you guys know, today we're going to be doing some advanced tinkering. But before we get started, I've spent countless hours traversing this world. Every which way. The map glitched here because I did some flying squid glitch that made me fly super fast and my client crashed. Went all the way out here, and in this biome right here, where the mangroves spawn, I found some hamsters. So we did some base rearrangement, and here we have them in their little hamster cage. And they have names. One thing to note about the names, oh yeah, we got ghost blocks here so that we could go in and out. One thing to note about the hamsters is that every time you log out and log back in, they're gonna have different skins. I like it because, you know, they don't always look the same, but they have names. Here is Sinead O'Connor and Charles. Hi guys. So yeah, it took forever to find these guys, but it was worth it because they're really cute. And Sinead O'Connor, can you please get back in your cage? Don't make me get the ball out. Alright, that's it. Where's my ball? There we go. Get in your Pokeball. Sinead O'Connor always gets into trouble. Don't even give her a picture of the Pope. You don't want to know what she'll do with that. Right. So, there's the hamsters. Let's talk about Tinker's Construct. As you can see in my hand, I got a new cleaver named Bane. Instead of durability, you see it has 400,000 out of 400,000 RF. That's because I didn't put the moss on it this time to make it auto repair. I put a leadstone energy cell, and I kind of went a little all out. I made a cutlass named Sting, my cleaver named Bane. I have a pick named Zippy. I got a shovel named Mudslinger. I made pretty much everything. Let's see, I got some stuff in my backpack here too. Yep, I got a, oh yeah, here's a, here's a pick named Zippy and a hammer named Zappy. I got a excavator named Recavator and tree capitate. Oh, I'm sorry. I had a lumber axe named Tree Capitator, but I named this one Tree Capacitator. Very clever, if I say so myself. So today we're going to make together a new Maddock, and I want you guys to type in the comments what I should name my Maddock, because I've made up all these clever names and I can't think of any more. So let's get we're going to need an axe head, and we're going for mining speed here, so we're going to use cobalt. So get that in there. Thank you. Put that back and give me a shovel head. Excelente. Alright, and we're going to make the handle out of paper. So let's grab our tool rod pattern and a paper. Okay, so let's put together our Maddock. And let's put that here, our shovel head here, and our cobalt tool axe here. And here's our new Maddock. That was kind of loud. Put that down to about there. Very good. So we have that. Now, if you have a crafting station that's next to a tool forge, it'll become a tinker table. And you can go ahead and put upgrades on it in here instead of there. But The flux upgrade that we're going to do doesn't work on here. So if you try to put a leadstone energy cell into a Maddock or into any tool that you're making to give it flux, it only works in your tool forge. So let's go ahead and do that here. And you see that it gives it a new modifier, flux. And instead of durability, it's going to have redstone flux. Okay. Again, it only has 3 modifiers, so if we put a diamond and a block of gold, it's going to give it an extra modifier, giving it 4. And if we put another star, that also gives it another modifier. I have nether stars like crazy, so no biggie for me. So we have 5 modifiers. We're just going to pretty much want speed on this. So let's get 5 modifiers. That's 5 times 5 is 25 blocks of redstone. And let's just get 7 more just in case. Although I have some in here. Yes. So another trick with this Tinker table, you only could put 5 redstone blocks at a time. You see how it gives it to 45? And then 5 regular redstone dust, and that'll get it a full level. If I try to put 6 redstone dust, it won't work. So that's 1. Oh, gotta put it. That's 2. It's a little bit tedious, but it's much better than using the tool forge. Doing it 2 at a time, it is ridiculous how much time that wastes. And we're almost done. Just 2 more dusts, and here we go. So now we'll see it has no more modifier levels, 250 out of 250 redstone, and this thing is fast. Mining level, let's go look at it here. We got a mining speed of 31 out of 31, or 31 for the axe purpose, and 31 for the these also could dig dirt blocks. So this thing's quick. Now, did I rename this? No. Okay, good. Another thing, you'll see that this isn't charged. It only has 5,400 out of 400,000. So how do we charge it? We make ourselves a Flux Capacitor. And I have the highest level 1, the Resonant. It holds 10 million redstone flux. And that is going to be enough for us. Oh, by the way, here I put all our ore berries. I like doing this manually because it's rewarding, like just seeing your levels go up. And at this point, Essence and Liquid XP is not really a concern of mine. I have that pretty much in unlimited quantities. So let's finish drinking this up. Delicious berries. Very good. So, once you got yourself a crafted item from Tinker's Construct that has flux on it, you go ahead and need to charge it. And we could charge it while it's in our inventory with the Flux Capacitor. But what you have to do is, when you're holding the Flux Capacitor, when you first make it, it's not going to be charged. So we have to charge it up and make an energetic infuser, pop it in here, and that'll charge your Flux Capacitor. Alternatively, this will also charge up your weapons and your tools that have flux on them. But I'm a busy guy and I have a busy lifestyle, so I like to use my Flux Capacitor. You shift right click to activate it, and while it's on your hotbar and activated, it'll charge your tools that have flux. But it's not going to charge it if you don't have it selected. So you got to have your Maddock out, and it's charging right now. Pretty awesome, right? So in the snapshot, you'll notice, not the snapshot, what am I saying? We added Tinker's mech work. So you're seeing BOO mess with this a lot. And you see I have exo goggles and exo shoes on. And I figured a way so that, and let's take a look at the full exo suit here. Here's the goggles, chest piece. The legs are pretty much just a little band, and the shoes. Have this here in my armory. Oh, by the way, check it out. I added statues of Pause on Pause and Arcus, the winners of the last UHC. And I started putting my trophies here. So, pretty proud of my armory. It's a nice room, working on it little by little. Got my guns hanging up here. Check out this gun. It is crazy. Boom! Does some damage. There we go. Okay, so nom 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 nom. Get some regen, and I want to show you guys how many hearts I got once that finishes regenning. So we got our Maddock charging. Let's talk about the exo armor some more. Now, why am I wearing diamond chestplate and diamond leggings? Why don't I just have full exo armor? Well, BOO kind of went crazy with having full speed or full attack power, kind of ignoring protection. And I wanted to have a balance between everything. I wanted to have as much protection as possible with as much attack power, and speed is kind of built in from my genetics. I have speed 2 always and resistance 2, so didn't have to worry too much about that. I'm pretty speedy here. It's like I'm always in a speed 2 beacon. And when I go back to vanilla, man, it's so slow. It feels like I'm walking everywhere. So slow. So, what I decided to do was make the diamond chestplate and diamond leggings with protection 4 and unbreaking. And these 2 pieces of armor provide the most armor. So the chest will give you 4 armors, armor symbols here. From the diamond chest. The diamond leggings will give you 3. That's all well and good. Let's grab some diamonds here. Just give me 7 blocks. Alright, so while that's coming out, you see we're still charging up. Almost done. Great. So let's make a diamond hat so we can see how many armors it gives. You see the diamond hat gives 1.5 armor. But the way the exo goggles work, if you put an iron large plate on an exo goggle to modify it, it's going to give it protection percentage. And each piece is going to give you a percent, 20%. So 2, 4, 6, 80%. Right? Now, that means it's going to give you a total of the 10 armor units, but instead of the hat only giving you 1.5 while the chest gives you a whole 4, they're all divided up equally. So if I put on the exo goggles that have the protection 20%, it gives me 2.5 instead of the regular 1.5, so I get an extra armor point there. So I'm getting 2.5 armor. If I make a pair of armor boots, diamond boots, let's see the difference here. So the diamond boots give me 1.5. So let's do the math. The exo goggles is going to give me 2.5 hearts, while the diamond hat and the boots together give me 3. So I could sacrifice these boots, not have any protection on the boots, and still only lose half a armor point. So here we have it all together. I have 9.5 armor, and the boots were freed up so that I could put in the attack damage. So that has 50% attack damage. My cleaver does 29 attack damage, so add 50% of that. That's about 45 attack damage. A little bit less than that. I didn't do the math exactly in my head. So I don't mind sacrificing that half a armor point to gain 50% attack damage when I could use this. Now, once in the future we'll be able to get Amethyst from the Promised Lands, then the chest and the pants, we're going to actually have over 10 points of armor, and it's still going to have that 50% attack damage. So we'll be better than normal here. Okay, great. Someone has to call me while I'm recording. Phone call, bye. Alright, so let's see. We talked about the exo armor. Let's take a quick commercial break and we'll talk more about our Tinker's Construct area. Hey, check it out. While we were talking, full charge on the Maddock. Good stuff. I'll be right back. Okay, welcome back, ladies and germs. Let's talk about the next area. And I used the ghost blocks again and did some big changes. We saw the ghost blocks, but big changes to where we kept our ore berries. I know it's a little tight quarters here, but I'll explain everything in a second. Oof. Ran into the wall there a second. So we have all our ore berries in the dark right back here. And this goes 3 layers deep. All the way down here we have a lot of ore berries. We're all full on copper. Not going to get any more copper or aluminum ore berries. Our rates for those are pretty amazing, and this is all autonomous. I pretty much only need to come in here if I want to put down more ore berries that I have gotten out there. I'm running really low on the gold ore berries. I've only actually found these 2. And then I have a villager that trades me for 1, 2, 3, 4. Or actually, I think I found only 1. Yeah, and I've traded for these 6. So, how does this work? It's pretty simple. Built into the wall here is a Mine Factory Reloaded harvester. And I put a diamond upgrade on it. So this is going to harvest all these ore berries. It's going to pluck them off the plants for me automatically. And what I do, I have them going into 2 redstone furnaces. So you see it comes out of the harvester here. And if it gets plugged up and you see that red around it, it actually turns off the harvester. So it's on again now. It's going to keep harvesting. And if it gets plugged up again, it'll turn it off. It's pretty cool, so it doesn't like get too jammed up. So here we go, more copper in there. It's cooking up a gold. Go pop in those 5 iron ones. So I have the items going into the left and the right side of these furnaces and coming out the opposite side into this array of cyclic assemblers. Now if we look back in here, we'll see that there are copper, iron, aluminum, tin, and gold ore berry bushes. Those are 5 different ore berry bushes, and conveniently we have 5 different cyclic assemblers. They each have a schematic that puts together the gold nuggets, if I hold shift it'll show, into 1 gold ingot. Pretty sweet, right? So each of these item ducts have what's it called, a pneumatic servo installed, and it's whitelisting the nugget of choice. So this one is for the tin, this one has the copper nuggets, this has the aluminum nuggets, this one has the iron and the gold. So the nuggets will come in from the bottom, get assembled into bars. Once they're finished, they will be sucked out the top and into this strong box. Now it's just a plain strong box. Look how small it is. It doesn't need to be that big, because right above that strong box, you could barely see it. It's a routed interface pipe connected to my main storage systems and it has an item extractor chip, so it'll suck out all the iron bars and put that into my main inventory for me. Or not just iron, but all the 5 different types. So look at that. I have 195 blocks of iron, 56 blocks of gold. Pretty much, yeah, 156 blocks of copper. Where's tin? Tin somewhere. Look at all this tin I have. It's pretty awesome. But one problem I started running into is with the ore dictionary, kind of. Because let's take, for example, this tin, right? Just one. And so we have 2 different types of tin here. We have this one and we have this other kind. They're both tin ingots, but they have 2 different item numbers. And it kind of like messes up with our sorting system here. If I hit submit, you see it submits it, it sends the request, but it deducts it from the other type of tin. Well, I figured out a way around this. Just get everything out of here. Right here are the... Okay. So it's all coming out now. Oh, yeah, I joined the coven. Here's Tempest Hexam. You know, Marcy gets a little jealous, but we talked about it. She knows that she's the only one for me. Let's make sure that none of them came out there. Nope, that's good. Sometimes it gets jammed up and it ends up back there, but this is okay. So here's this Mine Factory Reloaded block called the Unifier. And the way that I use it, you take the... Let's take this out first of all. I want this to be all Tinker's Construct tin, not Thermal Expansion tin. So we'll take a tin bar, Tinker's Construct, pop that in there, and here we go. It's in there as a preference. So we put the Thermal Expansion tin. We could plop it in here or shift click it in, and it converts it into Tinker's Construct tin. Now we're all unified, as the name suggests, into one type of ore, so that you're not wasting space in your inventory. Pretty good deal, right? So if you guys notice that you're having issues with that, I also have that issue a lot with copper. Yep, see? And I have so much copper because I haven't done this in a while. So we'll see in my unifier, I already have the copper and the copper blocks set up there. Let's go ahead and make these into blocks. Very good. Make sure none of them fell out back here. Very good. It's rare, but I always check just in case because I get paranoid. And put that like so. And now these Thermal Expansion copper will become Tinker's Construct copper. So back it goes, and voila. Inventory management at its greatest. Alright, so that was the Oreberry farm. Now let's talk about, I mentioned that mob essence stuff. Let's show one of the uses I use my mob essence for. Here we have it, the setup. We have a Tesseract that's receiving fluid and energy from an unknown source. Connected to an auto spawner. Here it has all the mob essence it could ever want, all the energy it could ever want. Remember, it's unlimited energy. And we have a safari net with a villager. Spawn exact copy, no. There is one process I like to do before I do this. I generally like to have these like a so that villagers don't spawn on the ledge and hang out. They do this. Here it comes. Wait for it. Here we go. Oh, this guy is the lucky one, huh? Alright, I'll turn into a bat. We'll take care of that. So our guys here, they're going for a bath. Um, it's a very hot bath. Yeah. And so if you guys didn't know, in the materials and U book, it shows let's see if we get to the liquids. It might be in the other book. Okay, it's in the Mighty Smelting. Oh, of course, yeah, it's in the Mighty Smelting book. So, there's a few liquids that are gained through strange means. Currently known liquids are... Let's look at the second one here. Liquefied emeralds. Melting down emeralds. Or villagers. Yes. So let's take a look in here. And this was pretty much empty before. I had like less than emerald. And in this time frame we have over 15 now. Let's go ahead and pour ourselves a nice beautiful block of emerald. It does take a really long time for it to pour out, so it's kind of annoying. In here I have a hidden chest. I have extra basins and casting tables if I want to get into some serious emerald making. But if we took a look here, 23 blocks of emerald so far. I have no shortage of emeralds whatsoever. Alright guys, you've made enough noise. Dr. Remilac's twin thought I killed you. So we could go ahead and turn that off. These guys will finish smelting. Hey! Hey guy! If you smelt it, you dealt it. Okay. Now, get rid of this. I don't know why I just don't put seared bricks up to here. I don't know. It's just, I'm weird. Go ahead and close that up. Oh, look at here. We have a beautiful block of emerald. Put that in our inventory. Alright. So, let's talk about where the mysterious tesseract energy and fluid comes from. It comes from, let's see if we can hear it. Ooh, spooky noise. Oh, you hear that? I hear that. Okay. Yeah. Oh, they're dying. How are they dying? Here it is. The spawning rooms. Watch these witches die. Dead. 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 Oh, I love it, guys. So here I have the spawning room. This one has 2 witch spawners. You could find witch spawners super easily if you look out in your world for these, where is it? There's one right here. For these witch circles, they're put in by the witchery mod, and underneath the ring of chiseled cobblestone are 2 witch spawners. So, easy enough. Pop those in here. You go ahead and use the block teleporter in the target card. You can check out Generic B's channel for when he pranked chimney swifters to learn how to use that. Alternatively, you could use the porta spawner, but it's a lot more expensive and only one-time use. So go ahead and use the block teleporters. On this side, I have a zombie spawner and a skeleton spawner. The zombie spawner you can find underneath those big statues made of hay. The skeleton spawner I had to find the old-fashioned way. Got into the caverns and started digging around. So what I did, I have on the top and the bottom here connected some lights. These are from Project Red. They're the inverted white lamp, so they only turn on if you turn off if I give them a redstone signal. The redstone signal they're getting is from the actually wireless redstone. It's a signal terminal from Tinker's Mechwork, and it's pretty interesting how this works. So let's dig up in here. It's around here somewhere. Here it is. Here we have a signal bus and 2 more signal terminals. And actually I have to go to my item system to get a the wire that we need, because it's technically wireless. There are wires, but they're invisible unless you're holding this item. Here we go. So what you do, you craft yourself some signal buses. Those go on the actual devices that you want to control. So in this case, this lever, it has the signal terminal. Signal terminal goes on one side, and these 4 lamps have signal terminals. Get in there. On top. And they all need to connect to a signal bus. And they connect using this spool of wire. You have to use the wire. And when you hold the wire, you can see how they connect. So these are all connecting to this signal bus, including these bottom ones connecting to the signal bus, and the lever connecting to this signal bus. Now, we also have some wireless redstone hooked up here. In the back of this spawner, auto spawner, we have another signal bus, and they're connected on a different line to this one, so I could turn the spawner on and off from right here without any worries. Got the same light system going on in the witch side to turn off that spawner, and these are all connected with item ducts so that the drops all come into here. Now I made deep storage units for all of the most common drops. So the witches, you know, they drop sugar sticks, bottles, spider eyes, what is this, gunpowder, glowstone, redstone, you know, in large quantities too. I mean, look how much redstone I have here. 4,725. It's pretty ridiculous. I never have to worry about that. And these hold up to 2 billion of an item. And then we got the skeletons dropping bones. Here we got 1,500 bones. The zombies dropping rotten flesh. These are more recently put in, these spawners. And then anything else is going to drop into here. And look how funny. I just saw this now, but it must have killed a king slime while I wasn't looking. And this is the 3rd time this happens, because there's a king slime hatchet, a miniature yellow heart in here, and an actual red heart. So these are very good. You know, and I delete any of the stuff I don't want. Like, I'm not going to want this hatchet. Bows, leather caps. I am done with all these necromancy pieces. They're so annoying. So let's give an example of how we could use this. Say that, let's see, we're running low on, blaze powder. So what we could do, make sure that this is on. If it's on, it turns it off. If it's off, it goes. You know, it's inverted. So this one's off as well. And that goes in. You see it doesn't turn on. Spawn exact copy, no. Now this one's off, so that's running. This will kill the blazes if we come out. Now, if I have the auto spawner and the lights off, so it's spawning everything, the grinder gets a little bit backed up. So I leave these lights on, and now you could turn this off because this is on a separate grinder. Leave that off. Leave these lights on and turn that on. Let's let that start working here, and they should start spawning any second. Ooh, it's like, you know, here are the blazes. And they get killed. It's a beautiful thing. let's turn that off. It's a little loud. Okay, so the grinders are going to suck up any drops and put them in their respective places. It's all hooked up with the pneumatic servos and whitelisting the items that go into here. And then everything else will go in here. And we're going to start seeing our blaze rods starting to come in. Takes a little while because they're regular item ducts. They're not impulse. I'm not in any rush for them. So come on in, blaze rods. The people want to see how this works. Maybe if I refresh it. There we go. So we see it's starting to pour in. We didn't kill that many, so it's, yeah, that's it, 6. Alright. Now, so the items go there, and the grinders also do pick up mob essence. And how I have that set up, they are both grinders are connected with fluid ducts into a tesseract. And there's another tesseract here that's receiving the fluid. And then this tesseract is going to send out fluid to anything that requests it on a separate channel. So that's how we're able to wirelessly give that mob essence to auto spawners, not only in our Tinker's Construct room, but also if we want to go ahead and, you know, in the Tinker's Construct room and in here, these aren't big enough to spawn, let's say, a ghast. So let's go ahead. I have a ghast here. Yep. Let's go ahead and go to this area that I have pre-set up where I spawn things that are a little more dangerous. It's called waypoint number 5. The first rule about waypoint number 5, do not talk about waypoint number 5. Alright, I had a little lag spike there. So in my gray backpack here, I got some supplies. So we have a tesseract, an auto spawner, and a lever. That's pretty much everything we're gonna need. So let's place our auto spawner down and put our ghast in there. Spawn exact copy, no. Take a look, there's no mob juice, there's no energy, it's just floating there. Let's actually put the lever and turn it on so that it doesn't start spawning. Good, good. Pop a tesseract on there. Let's take a look again. Full of mob juice, full of energy, ready to start spawning ghast. And here, they could blow up stuff. I don't care. It's just crap. And in fact, look at all this cobble. This is from them blowing stuff up. So we could go ahead, hang out here, use our looting sword, kill lots of ghast. It's actually pretty fun. You could just stand here, they're so big, you kill them all. And once you're bored, switch it off. There we go. All done. So let's grab our crescent wrench. And the crescent wrench actually will pop off if you hit shift right click on the tesseract. That'll pop it off. But did you guys know if you use a precision sledgehammer, the same thing, it'll work with the Mine Factory Reloaded stuff? So there it is. Gave me all my stuff back. And we're all set. So pretty powerful systems here with our Tinker's Construct working together with Mine Factory Reloaded and Thermal Expansion. Give us a very powerful system that is pretty much makes me invincible. So let's head home. And the game crashed. Alright, we're back, and sorry about that, guys. Our game crashed. But I wanted to use that miniature heart that we had gotten to go ahead and increase our health. As we could see here, we have gone up considerably. We're at 40 hearts now. Again, we have those red hearts, then a layer of the orange. That's a 20. A layer of the gold. That's 30. And then the green layer, that's 40 hearts. So let's see what this does. We have our heart, a canister, necrotic bone, and a jeweled apple, red heart. And we can see that we already have the max here of 10. And we have 6 of these. What's the recipe for this? Yeah, that's it. So we grab the yellow heart, that, and the notch apple. Yellow heart canister. Let's go ahead and put that in and see what happens. Okay, we're full on food. So, yep, we have a blue heart Oh my god, how high does this go? 41 hearts. So ridiculous. If I make a new clone now, I have no idea how big it's gonna be. Oh my god. Well, that's gonna do it for this episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed. It's a little bit more of a show and tell episode, but next time we're going to take a look at some real fun stuff. We're gonna take a look at Food Plus. We're gonna take a look at some more witchery, and I hope you guys will join me. So if you did enjoy this episode, go ahead and hit that like button. It helps me out a lot, and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Bye-bye.